coming to you live from the Salad and Fries studio. With me, your host, Centron, and my special guest. Hey, all my Salad and Fryers! Welcome to another episode or another week of Salad and Fries with me, Centron. I know y'all are excited. I'm excited that you're here. I've been waiting on you guys to come all week long. I've been preparing for this show. It's going to be a fabulous show. But before we get into that, how was your weekend? How was your week last week? I hope it was great because mine was fabulous. Mine was extra fabulous. Like, you know, this past weekend, my home was used as a photo shoot. I feel real she. I was like, my home as a photo shoot? Okay. So either way, I'm so glad that you guys are here. I know you're probably like, dang, he starts on time. On time. We don't play 7 o'clock. It says 7 o'clock. We don't stop. We start at 7 o'clock. So don't forget to tell all your friends to go to www.salad-n-fries.com. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you go to salad-n-fries for all the latest and greatest things for salad and fries. You can actually view all of our previous shows or this new season that started in January. You can view all of them on our Facebook page, or you can do me one better. You can click on the YouTube link at the Salad and Fries website, where you can subscribe and like this video as well as all of our other videos. Because don't forget, everyone deserves a little bit of salad and fries. So please go to our Salad and Fries website, click on YouTube, become a subscriber, and you'll get a reminder every week when there's a new hot episode of Salad and Fries. Next month is Women's History Month, but we're going to have a lot going on in Salad and Fries world. So don't forget to tune in next month. We're going to drop a special March video tomorrow that is going to highlight all of the shows for March 22. However, it is time for us to get into it because it is time to bring on our specials. Oh, before I bring on my special guest, don't forget, this is an interactive show, so please ask us questions. You can send your questions via Facebook or YouTube in the comment section, and we'll pop them on the screen and we'll answer them. So don't forget, interactive show tonight and every night when you're watching live on Salad and Fries. So tonight, my special guest is none other than Miss Lynnette Doby. She's a writer, actor, producer, dreamer, and believer who believes in the ability to chart a path to greatness. She aims to inspire many with authenticity and share her passion and joy with anyone willing to listen. That was a lot because she is an amazing woman. So everybody get ready. Welcome to the show, Miss Lynnette. Hey, friend.
Well, hello there. How are you?
Girl, I'm good over here being a producer, being all that good stuff, doing what I gotta do to make sure we over here getting our life, friend.
Right. And might I add, you're doing it exceptionally well. Thank you so much for having me this evening.
No, thank you for coming. I'm just excited that you are here. It is time for us to have some fun. You see me, I'm going to be going all over the place, looking from screen to screen.
You know, do what you do.
Listen, so how was your week going?
Oh my gosh, it's blessed. Anytime that I'm above ground and I'm living and I'm learning,
you better speak on it.
So I'm doing well. How about yourself? Tell me about it.
It's good. You know, today's Monday. I am off from the full time. But I'm doing what I believe is my best time. You know,
you better
sitting
say that.
here, hanging out with wonderful, fabulous people like you with great energy, who's willing to share their light with the world to inspire others. So I'm excited to have you on board.
Blessings.
You ready to jump into this?
I'm so ready, Central, and I'm so excited. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Don't forget, if you are tuning in, you can ask all of your questions in the comment section. You can also visit www.salad-n-fries. All right, so Miss Lynnette. The
Yes.
first section we're going to talk about is the makings of Lynnette. These are the makings.
I was about to join right in.
Okay.
Try to harmonize.
Listen, I gotta throw a little song in there. You know what? I think it's something about being country from South
Yes.
Carolina. Every time I get
Yes.
out, that's a good song. Let me drop a little
Mm.
music up in there.
Yes. Make a soulful and joyful noise unto the Lord.
Hello.
Yes.
They need to know. They better
do.
know.
Yes.
So, with the makings of Lynnette, tell us about
Yes.
being young Lynnette. Tell the people
Oof.
what it was like to be a child. Like, tell them where you're from, all that good stuff, because the people need to know.
Yes. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
Yes.
Yes. And so the makings of young Lynnette, you see how happy and everything I am now. Imagine that, multiply that by 150. My brother used to call me Jolly. That was my nickname. I was every single day I was happy. So the effervescence and the joy that you all feel, it is authentic. And I just used to, I remember, and this is going to tie into something when we talk about, my company and everything. But I used to stare at people. My brother used to be so mad. But I find people so fascinating because there's no two that are alike. So young Lynnette was curious, always happy, always joyful, wanting to take care of everyone. And so that's how I became this adult that I am today.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. When you got good energy when you're young, and hopefully it will continue to develop as you're getting older. Because I know we go through different obstacles, or as I've always said, character building opportunities.
I like that.
But those opportunities are great to help build us, because I think it just solidifies and adds more character to the smile or to the energy that we have whenever we walk into a room or whenever we share our story, or to our authenticity.
Come on.
Okay, let's say it.
Yeah.
Now, what was a major childhood lesson that impacts your decisions today as an adult? Like, what are some of the things that may have happened in your childhood that helps you be who you are today?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. If you see me look to the right, it's because I took my notes. Anybody who's done a podcast with me before knows I love me some notes. But I guess the number one thing that I learned is that everything is a choice, and you can control what choice and decision that you make. Oh my gosh, when I learned that, it freed me. And when I finally embraced it, it freed me. Everything is a choice. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be miserable. You can choose to be confident. You can choose to be secure, and all the converses of those. You can choose whatever it is that you want. And I just think that somewhere along the line, it's funny, a good friend of mine, we were speaking last night. I think somewhere along the line, we've forgotten our power, because society doesn't gain in that. They don't gain in us knowing that everything that we need, we already were born with. You know what I'm saying? They can't capitalize on that. What is the payoff in that? So, that just ties in with knowing that everything is a choice. And then number 3, it's not all about you. Like, people may do things that are directed to you, but it has nothing to do with you. You can't take it personally, because I used to take everything personally. They don't like this and they don't like that because they don't like themselves. So something they don't see, that something that they see rather that they don't like in me, it's indicative of something they don't like in themselves.
Speak
so
on
those are
it.
my top 3. Those are my top 3.
I always tell people, I sometimes, especially when I'm in certain environments, I always people hear me talk about my universe and my energy. And I'm like, listen, friend, I control the energy that comes into and goes out of my universe. If I'm having a bad day, I try to keep all that energy in my universe. But occasionally, a little piece might fly out. But when you're having an issue on your end, your energy that you try to project on me, I'm like, honey, that ain't coming into my universe. You can keep you can squash that, kid. I'm not taking that. I think once you recognize the power that you have within, to actually manage and control the energy that comes to you and from you, I think that's when you be like, oh, I can do whatever I want. Yes. So Brenda having a bad day, but that don't mean I gotta have a bad day, girl. Keep that bad energy over there. Oh, seems like you're having a bad day. I'm gonna let you hang out over there, and then I'm gonna come back and see you later. All right, girl. See you later. Bye, girl. I'm just saying. You made a good statement. It's not always about you. We try to always make it about us. Oh, they didn't like me. No. They ain't got nothing to do with me, whether they liked us or not. That has nothing to do with us. That's just their personal preference. And we cannot take it personal or make it about us. Woo, girl.
Come on. We both said ooh at the same time.
Okay.
I felt that in my spirit, because it's the fact. It's the truth. Yeah.
I just wish more people could understand it, which is why I created this show. I
Mm,
wanted people to be able to watch it and pick up nuggets to be like, oh, that makes sense. I never thought of it that way. I mean, you have so many people who are unhappy, but it's like you are choosing to be
mhm,
unhappy.
mhm.
You can do what you need to do to make yourself happy. I mean, pick up a
It's a
book.
choice.
It's
It's
a
a
choice.
choice.
It's
It
a
is.
personal choice.
And you just said something that made me think about something else. I put in my notes. You said pick up a book. That's another thing I learned. My mother, I'm the youngest of three children. And so my mother, my brother and sister, they're substantially older than me. So I spent a lot of time with her. And so my expectation was for her to entertain me. And I used to come to her and be like, Mom, I'm bored. And she's like, Lynnette, that's not my responsibility for you to keep you entertained. Find something to do. And consequently, I really am kind of by myself because I always find something to do.
To do.
I always find something to do because once again, that's my responsibility. It's my responsibility to fill my cup. It's my responsibility to love on me. It's my responsibility to find stuff and things to do, which is there's no shortage of. So yeah, that's number 4, I would say. Yeah.
Listen, that filling your cup because everyone believes it's someone else's responsibility to fill their cup. No, boo boo, it's your
Come on,
responsibility. It's
Central, you
your
about to have me shout.
responsibility to find what it is that you need. Well, what if I don't know what that is? It takes time. It
Ooh,
takes character building opportunities for you to discover what that is. But when you do discover it, make sure that you're doing everything you need to do to fill your cup. It's not your husband's responsibility. It's not your girlfriend's responsibility. It's not your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your friends. It's none of their responsibility. That is solely your responsibility to fill your cup. And I
agreed.
think some of us get that lesson at an early age and some develop it later. But I'm so glad that I learned that lesson at an earlier age than later. Because, baby, the sooner you learn that lesson, the better you start living life.
Agreed. Agreed.
So now that we have grown up a little, we're gonna go to becoming an actress and motivational being because
Oh.
there's a lot that has gone into creating the Lynnette that we see today. Because we went to college together, but that Lynnette that I went to college with and the Lynnette that I'm seeing now, they're two different people
Ooh.
because we have evolved now, if I was still seeing the same Lynnette, I would be like, there's a problem. The baby didn't have no opportunities, no character building opportunities. So if you meet somebody, you like, you still the same from high school. What? Oh no, friend. I'm gonna hope you mean I still have a great personality, but I have evolved to a
Yeah.
degree. So how did you know acting was your thing? Like, how did you know
Oh,
that was your thing?
man, I remember when I was little, and like I said, my siblings are older than me, so my references will be things that they were watching because they were older. But I watched the movie Awakenings, and it starred Robin Williams, and he was acting very seriously. And God bless the dead; he's since passed on, of course. And then it had Robert De Niro in the lead role. His ability to put humanity into words that are on a page, it blew my mind. He built that character from beginning to end. And so, like when my mother would tell me go entertain myself, I would be writing because I would see different stories in my mind because that movie and all the stuff that my family had shown me helped me conceptualize different things. And so I see things a little bit differently. People have, thankfully told me I have a really good eye because everything starts here. I build stories in my mind and I write them on paper. And acting was my way to do the physicality of that, I should say.
Okay.
So I love the craft. It's something that I pursue independent, with creators of color. The Hollywood vein is not really me. I call myself Hollywood adjacent because I'm not willing to capitulate or acquiesce to anyone's standards. If it's one thing, you're not dark enough, you're too dark, you're too skinny. Now I'm not. I know who it is that I am. You take it or leave it because there's no altering this. No
Okay.
diss to anybody who alters themselves. But anyway, so I'm a natural born storyteller. So just the ability to tell stories, to engage, to bring out people's humanity that they didn't even know they had in story. It's just I'm a nerd about it. So you better move on because I can talk this whole this whole hour about it. So but yeah.
And that's just it. It's these little things that we encounter, it connects with our being and we're like, that's me. Like, when you bought up Robin Williams, I mean, Robin Williams in himself, if I'm not mistaken, he graduated from Juilliard in New York. But the man was a beast when it came to his craft. Like, he knows his craft. But for you to connect with him meant he was doing his part. He was moving in his craft and his destiny, what he was called to do. And that clicked with your spirit and said, you know what? That's what I'm supposed to do also.
Yes.
So go ahead. So
and to that point, just really quickly, that's the beauty of art. You should want to have, someone inspired by what it is that you put out there, and it's timeless. Like, even though he's moved on, which is, it's just a part of life, but we can still live through him. There's so many different things he did. Hidden Exposure, I think, was the name of the movie, where he was he played non-comedic role. There's so many different things you can do, but art to me is just like, I'm blessed and honored to be considered an artist. So, but yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Yes, I'm here for it. So in all of this, if you're looking at everything that you've done, who inspired you and why?
Oh my goodness. I wrote that. You know what? Anyone who can be truthful in the imaginary circumstances of art. And that's Stanislavski's definition of acting. There's this girl I went to school with. Her name is Raven. I just raised my hands to her. She's kind of quiet. She's kind of like this, but when she acts, she drops down into this place and she comes alive, and I get in chills thinking about it. She inspires me. The Queen Viola. People tell me
South Carolina represent.
There we go. People tell me I look like her, all kind of stuff. Yvonne Orji, Issa Rae, Robert De Niro, who I've met a couple of times when I worked in New York. He's so cool. He's like, call me Bob. Call me Bob. He's so New York. He's so real. He's so raw. He's so rugged. Just anyone who lives in that authentic space to do what it is that they do. That's who inspires them. I admire.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's been a challenge in becoming a movement? Like, just in your being, what has been a challenge? Of which those challenges create character building opportunities.
Right. Well, I want to talk about my Instagram. Like, True Thursdays literally started from a need for me to feel better about going for my dream. Because, I didn't have much support from my family, and we'll touch base on that later. But I was always kind of the one where they're like, what is she doing? You know what I'm saying? So I needed to hear those voices. I needed to hear those voices of support, I should say. So I began to create the True Thursday videos, not thinking anybody would watch them, not caring if anybody would watch them, to them growing to 6 years later that, I built a community. For me, it was never about monetization. It was never about selling ads. It was never about me soliciting to this community. This is a community of people that I love. You all, if you're watching, you all DM me, and I thank you. They share their celebrations, their triumphs with me. Do you know how huge that is? We've never met some of these people, the two of us. So the challenge for me that I had to get out of my head was, I only tape or only post when it's something authentic, because I don't want to do them disservice. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't feel it, I'm not going to make a video. And sometimes I go a little while without making a video, and I feel guilty about that. But I just wanted to share with you, one of my dreamers and believers, I'm not going to say her by name, but she sent me a DM, and she's dealing with the tragic loss of her child. It was a murder, and it's huge. It was a hugely horrible, tragic moment in her life. And she wrote me and she said, I just want to let you know your videos have helped me make it through. And the weight of that, and kind of the sense of responsibility I felt, but also the honor, it hit me. So I don't post unless I feel it. I don't post unless it's authentic. I don't post trying to get likes, trying to get viewers, trying to get followers. I do it to help people, because the world is effed up and it's cold. And if I can have a little light, a little brightness on Instagram that's authentic, that's always 100% unapologetically real and heartfelt, then I've done my work.
It's something that, how can I say this? In pulling the authenticity or pulling stuff that's genuine, that can sometimes be a challenge because it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta sift through all of this to get the diamond, to get the gold that needs to be posted. So it's like, I'm glad that you said that, you post those things that give that little bit of light, but it's that little bit of light that just makes such a huge rift or just inspires so many people. And so I'm glad that you've created the platform that you've created, because it does give others the opportunity to share with you someone who they've connected with and that they believe in, to be able to say, this is what I've dealt with, and I want to connect and share this with you in hopes that it'll help someone else. And then you turn around, add your light to it, and bam, there you go. We out here inspiring more people. I'm here for it, friend. Give yourself a round of applause. I'm just saying.
Blessings.
So to go to the family part, how has family played a role in your evolution in this area?
And also, I just thought of another thing that I would be remiss if I didn't share, but I'll definitely circle back to that. But how has family, you know what it is? It's just, I'm the black sheep, believe it or not, but I'm just the one they couldn't quite put the label on because I wasn't born to be labeled. So it was just, they don't understand what it is that I do. And so, I didn't wait for their approval. They still don't understand what it is that I do. I just kept on moving. And I realized that, God put a calling on me. They won't see my vision because he didn't email it to them. He sent it directly to me. So,
Correct.
yeah.
And so, and I know we spoke earlier, but that's the one thing that I want everybody to understand when listening or watching this, as it relates to your family and your friends and supporting your visions or your dreams or your aspirations. I always tell people, we want our family and our friends to support us. We want our family and our friends to understand our craft, our vision, all that good stuff. However, comma, exclamation point, infinity sign, forever. We should not be relying on them for that. Yes, they are a good resource. They are a great resource, because I'm going to tell you right now, my mom she will watch the show and be like, I didn't like this. I didn't like that. You need to fix this. This was great. That wasn't great. You should do. Listen, I am fortunate to have that, and I have friends to do that. However, I also understand that I should not count on or rely on them for that, which is why I specifically have mentors in this field that gives me the feedback that I need to continue to move forward in my craft.
Facts.
It's like people who may have, let's say, for instance, a t-shirt shop or a t-shirt business. Your expectation should not be that my family should be supporting me all the time. My family should be buying from me. My family don't believe in my vision. That's not it, friend. It's money out here. Go get the money. Go get the money. Spread your vision. Spread your dream. Go out and do what you have to do. Build your team. If your team consists of your family, great. If your team doesn't consist of your family, it is what it is. But
Facts.
I've learned not to process it as a negative because they don't work with you or work with me. But I've learned to look at it as, listen, this is what I believe in. So I need to do what I need to do to make sure that my vision is being fed and that it is growing. I cannot rely on my friends and my family to do that. I have to go out and go get my blessing. See, back to that. Listen, go get it. Listen, you can't be sitting there waiting.
No,
you can't.
Yeah.
Most of my event planning clients that I've had over the years are not family. There are people that I've met through other careers or just word of mouth. It's not family. My event planning business grew through word of mouth from people who do not know me. Now, yes, one of my cousins was instrumental in me going to event planning school, Dr. Vanessa Dowdy. If you need a dentist, I can refer you. But she was very instrumental in saying, I believe in you and doing event planning. You should go to event planning school. And I'm like, girl, for what? And I was like, well, let me go see it. But that was an instance in which she encouraged me to do something. But I always tell people, Go get what you need to get what you need, and then the universe will deliver those other resources to support you.
I agree. I love it.
So let's get into this brand, this motivational brand. Tell us more about Write Way Consulting. Tell the people about what Write Way Consulting is, where it came from, what inspired you to create it. Because your energy is telling me this is my baby, and I'm ready to talk about it.
Honey, Write Way Consulting is my baby. It's my husband. It's my Mr. on the side. It is it's my everything. So basically, I graduated from grad school with my MFA in acting and performing arts is what they term it. And I was going to go over to China. Yep, you heard right, before COVID, shut the world down. So God knew what he was doing, because it would have been a hot mess. So anyway, right. So prior to that, I had been writing for people, ghostwriting for people off and on for years, right? And so one of my former friends, he graduated from Columbia University because I wrote all his papers. And so while I was at grad school, one of my professors, she told me, she was like, you know what, you're a great actress. And I was like, blessings. And so she said, but the thing is, after reading one of my papers, I did a paper on James Baldwin. She said, you are a phenomenal writer. She said, that's where you're going to make your money. And so when an Emmy award-winning director tells you that, you kind of sit back. I'm like, huh. And then I would be remiss if I didn't say my best friend, no, actually my brother, Jesse, because see, I've had to make my own family, of supporting people, just like you stated in your statement.
Creative.
Yes, he told me, he was like, you need to be copywriting, because I had sales experience. When I was in New York, I was doing sales. I was in sales for a minute. And so I know how to write. So mesh that together, you get copywriting, which is the art of writing persuasively to sell something. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I really started being serious about it at the end of 2019, 2020. Write Way Consulting just fell in my lap, because I knew if I didn't do something, I would be caught up. And I didn't want to spend my next 10 years the way I spent my last 10. Yeah, so I developed this company, and it is my life. It is, and I have very supportive friends if I have to cancel plans because business calls. But just to give you an idea what I do with Write Way Consulting, my aim is to be the voice for people that look like us, to tell our stories, because I'm tired of our stories being co-opted by people who can't even explain anything about our hair, what we look like, the struggles we go through. If you can't explain to me what a double strand twist out is, you don't need to be writing any stories for my people. So I work with all people, but my aim and my passion is to work with people that look like me. That's what I do. So I write, I ghostwrite books. Oh, I forgot to say I'm a published author, but and my friend Aisha, I just saw her comment come up. She was like, Lynnette, how do I not know you don't do any of this? And I'm like, I'm so busy. I'm everything. Like we described, I'm in-house everything. I'm marketing, I'm PR, I'm street team. But anyway, so I ghostwrite scripts also for film and TV. I ghostwrite memoirs, like I said. I ghostwrite nonfiction, instructional materials, anything. Oh, I also ghostwrite executive speeches for C-suite executives. So anything that involves writing and me not being around people in the background, I do it. So I copyright, marketing, sales, everything. And yeah. So,
cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. People don't understand what you are doing.
They don't.
Let's put this in perspective. Like when I say people don't understand what you're doing, people don't understand. I always tell people, there's people that you see on screen, there's people that you see on stage, there's people that you see representing, there's people that you see as CEOs who are speaking. Those are the talking heads. Let's be clear. It's the people who create the content, who create the background. Those are the people. Like those are the people, because it's like, listen, you can be a CEO all day long. I have a frat brother. I kid you not. I have a frat brother. He has a business, and it's his job to go into companies and train CEOs on how to be a CEO. Here it is. He's a black man. You don't be training people who look like him, but he goes in and he trains and he teaches and he writes. And I'm sitting here like, you do what? Like, that is all he do, is fly around the United States and train, mentor, and develop CEOs to run their companies. And I'm sitting here like, it's always the people in the background. It's always the people who, such as yourself, who are doing the writing, who are doing the consulting, who are doing all the heavy stuff to make these people who they are. I just didn't be like, hey, let me go meet. I want to meet you, but I just need to know who's in the background. I need to talk to that person, but I want to meet you first. I want to get to know you.
Yeah.
But I really just kind of want to meet the person in the background.
Yes. And that's
Wow.
me. That's me.
So where did the phrase dreamers and believers derive from?
Oh my goodness. Because I feel it derived from a place of need, right? Because again, this society will make you feel like that you are not worthy, man. You are not enough. Like, and oh, let me say this really quickly. This kind of piggybacks into a question you asked me previously about what are some of the challenges of being out here. Is that I guess because people feel my energy and they see I'm so happy, and I am a kind person, but the things that people say to me about my hair, about the way that I look, and all these different things, it's like you put yourself out there, and it just seems like the world will just kind of just hit you. You take different shots, and so I once again want to be that little corner on Instagram and in the world that says you are just fine the way you are, baby. You are just fine the way that you are. Like, shout out to my hairstylist, Monetta Butler. This is the only reason why this hair is straight, because she told me, she was like, Miss Thing, we got to trim those ends on the afro. The only reason why, honey, I had curls. I put rollers in this, put a scarf on. And I had left it on for like almost a week. So this is a testament to how great she is. But anyway, I just get different comments from different people about my hair and my this and my that. And I'm like, I'm putting myself out, giving you my light. I'm not asking for your permission. And so that's why I created the Dreamers and Believers. We don't need anybody's permission to do us. We don't need anybody's permission to succeed. We don't need anybody's permission just to exist.
Correct.
And so that's why I do it.
Listen. I started, I would see you always would post stuff, and I'm like, she always say, hey, welcome, dreamers and believers. And I'm like, she's planting a seed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, I was like, she's planting a seed. And I know many people might watch it and they may not pick up on it initially. But later they'll be like, okay, let me go back and watch this young lady's video. She's calling me a dreamer and a believer. She's a dreamer and believer. Like, every week she's affirming me. She's affirming. She's consistently putting that energy out. And I like it. And I like the fact that you do what you do, because it does inspire someone. I like the phrase dreamers and believers, because we are dreamers and believers, because we first got the vision, but we got to believe in it. And if we don't believe in our dream, then we ain't got nothing going on for ourselves. So we got to dream, and then we got to believe. Yes. And that makes us the dreamers and believers. So to add to your point of not needing validation from other people, listen, as long as I see me, I'm glad that you see me, but I don't necessarily need your feedback to tell me who I am or what I am. I already believe in who I am. And I wish a lot of people would discover that lesson. You have so much power in you. You just got to discover it, And it's people like you who are awakening the dreams in people, because they're hearing, I'm a dreamer, I'm a believer. So that's why I was like, I have to ask her where dreamers and believers came from.
Yes, it's for the people who dare to have a little dream and believe bravely enough in it. That's why I make these videos. Not so y'all can see what my hair looks like straight, what it doesn't look like, me with makeup, me without. I'm just a vessel. Like, I'm literally a beautiful soul. I like to think of myself in an external casing, which is my body. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I don't lose nobody, because I know some people, but I just have to be honest. You know what I mean? All of this doesn't mean much of anything. What does this do? Wait, where's my hair? Okay, it's the opposite. I don't know. What does this do?
We know what you're saying, friend.
There we go. So yeah, that's it. That's my brand. Yeah.
So what fuels your motivation to inspire others to continue down their path of success?
Oh man, because God did not send you down here with nothing. Everybody has a gift. Oh my gosh. Like when the marketing collateral came out for me being on here on the show, Gerald Yates, my frat brother, hit me up. And I was taken back to looking at you, Gerald Yates, Dante, Shannon, all the strong brothers and people ahead of me who have helped show me different examples. So because I was inspired by those, because we all stand on each other's shoulders, but I was inspired by so many different people before me. I want to do that. Like I will talk, like I put in the intro, I will talk to anyone who will hear me, or listen, because I believe that we cannot make it without each other. We have to help each other out. I have a very good colleague and friend, Monica Morton. She helps me out. She saw my website. She was like, no, but when you gonna launch this? So we need to kind of do some different things.
We're gonna tweak.
So we're gonna tweak. We're just gonna little tweak. So I believe the initial question, just to get back to it, I just want younger women who may not think that they match the mold of what everybody else looks like. They may think that, because I always thought I was weird, and I'm weird as hell, and I love it now. But I kind of didn't let my light shine because I was so embarrassed. Like, oh, people might think I'm corny. I don't care anymore. Like, just embrace who it is that you are, because your quirk is the thing that's going to get you work. So that's what I want. I want people from the ages of 15 to 80, anyone, to be inspired and to know you're enough and you're worthy.
See, and I guess for me, my thing is, you meet people and you hear what their vision is, and that's how you motivate them, but it also motivates you to
Yes.
continue going down the path, because you're getting that motivation from seeing them growing and developing. Again, the person in the background feeding into the universe.
That's it.
I am here for it. So, for the future, what are you doing to define your future trajectory? Where do you see Lynnette going? Where do you see Write Way Vision? Where Write Way Consulting going? Where do you?
I like that, Right Way Vision. I like that.
Hello?
That was a Freudian slip. Come on, somebody.
Period.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. You know what's funny, Centron? I'm gonna give you the Lynnette innate answer, and then I'm gonna give you another answer. I don't believe in the future. Let me finish. All we have right now is this moment right here. I can't tell you. I mean, the universe, God, spirit, source sends me things every single day. I get messages from people saying, hey, could you help me write this? Da, da, da. All I know is my one goal is to be of service to others. And I mean that. Anyone who truly knows me, if you're in the comments, you know this to be true. Be of service to others. And when you do that, nothing else will fail, because you've aligned yourself with your purpose. You've aligned yourself with the goal. And it takes away the need for expectation. You know what I'm saying? Now that's just the Lynnette answer. So the business PR answer would be, I want to get back into producing quality programming for people that look like us and that are truly our stories. I have an exploratory meeting on Wednesday with a potential new client with an amazing story. I'm not at liberty to go into the details, of course, because it's under NDA, but we need to realize that we are not monolithic. We need
Say that part one more time.
We are not monolithic.
I wish people will understand that.
My story looks probably somewhat similar to yours, but it's not your story, vice versa. And I want to help produce content. So small, younger versions of Centron and myself, they can see, who aspire to do the things that we do. They can see themselves in the story, told the way in which we speak, because not all of us speak the same. Stories that depict us not only in the struggle, but in the beauty of what it is to be Black. Oh, because I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I love it. I thank God every single day for who I am. But that's my passion. That's what I want to do. And then on the flip side of that, I want to help businesses. Predominantly my clients are people of color or women or minorities in business. And I want them to see you can sell whatever you have. You just got to put in the right words. Because I started working with a blue check verified yoga instructor, and he's just so dope. He's like, I never thought of things that way. And that's why I do what I do. I get pleasure and passion by seeing you survive and thrive, actually, and exist and succeed. So that's the long and short of it.
No, okay, so you said some things that I say to people all the time. There's a couple of things you said that I'm gonna hit on. One about people and their businesses. I'm gonna specifically talk about businesses. So let's just say Brenda Jean knows how to cook. Brenda Jean knows how to do hair very well. Very well. She has the skill. She has the talent. She knows nothing about how to operate the business. And it's important for people such as yourself to be involved in their process, because we're here to tell them, baby, stick to your talent. I'm going to help you with these other things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you with these other things, because if you do that and your talent, you're gonna be a mess. Now, there's some of us who can do it all, like you and I. Like right now, I'm the producer, the accountant, I'm everything. There's some of us who can do that. No. However, there are some people who just can't, and I'd be like, stay in your lane. You need some help. Like, there are some people who want to get out and they want to do motivational speaking. Well, there's no problem. You have the talent, you have the energy, you have the, how can I say this? You have that attractive ability, or you have what it takes to attract people. You're just missing the person to actually write it for you, to like get you going in the right direction. That's where you need to make sure you partner with people. So it's like, I'm glad that you're saying what you're saying. Now, when it comes to producing shows or producing media for people who look like us, I posted on Facebook last month sometime. I posted, why don't we still have shows like, what was it I was watching? A Different World. Because I was watching A Different World and I was like, oh my gosh, we watched this all in the 90s and it had so much depth.
Yeah.
It had so much motivation. It had so much heart and character and soul of our people. Like, it was like, these are our people. Like, for me, because of shows like that, I was like, oh, I gotta go to college. I can't go to Hillman, but I gotta go to college, because that's what they said we needed to do on A Different World. Not everybody has to go to college. Let me be clear.
Right. I'm with you on that. But that's what we saw.
That's what we saw.
Yeah.
College ain't for everybody. No. However, I like shows like that. I like shows that give the diversities of us, like how we are. They're motivational, and I just wish there was more stuff, more content out there like that. Like, I haven't seen it, and I know it's just, a show. I haven't seen the new Bel Air, and people are like, oh, it's not the same as the Fresh Prince. Well, Fresh Prince was written during an era of sitcoms, so it was written to be funny. This is modern.
And a drama. It's a different genre.
Modern and a drama. Yeah. And on top of it, I'm like, I can see a lot of this stuff in real life. I mean, my frat brother's all up in it, but we ain't gonna go there. But you can see a lot of the stuff in real life. And I just wish we had more stuff like, I'm gonna say The Cosby Show. I love The Cosby Show. The Cosby Show, A Different World.
That. Yeah.
I wish we had more shows like that now, because I think we've gotten so deep into these social media shows and the real life shows that we find out they're not real life, and then we still try to go out and pretend that. I'm like, no, I don't want to emulate that. I want to emulate what I saw on A Different World. I don't want to emulate what I saw on one of our other shows, which I'm not going to say. So I'm glad that is a something that you're getting into, or you're getting back into. Yeah. You have the talent, you have the craft. Girl, just go do it.
Yes. And it's being done. It's being done. I'm learning how to get us to the dollars that matter. I'm learning how, to help get a deck together to pitch your, but also when I do those videos every single week, I want to help people with their mindset. I've told people this several times and they look at me like I'm crazy, but don't nothing move unless we move it. We make everything hot. Hairstyles, artists,
We make
songs,
everything. Yes.
movies,
Yes.
TV. We have the biggest buying power in the United States. Let's tip that scale back. Let's make it reality. Let's make it be known. And that brings me to the point that I wanted to talk about earlier. One of the challenges in doing the motivational brand. I guess that people see me making motivational videos, and I guess they don't realize that there's a huge dose of honesty that comes with these videos. Excuse me, that comes with me as a person. I see situations for what they are, not how I want them to be. That goes from anything from societal issues, race issues, gender issues. I see things as how they are. That doesn't make me negative, because someone recently alluded that I was negative, and I was like, we're not going to do that.
That part.
I'm real. And because what's happened is that we've gotten so accustomed to lying to ourselves that we lie when it comes to other situations and circumstances, and I refuse to do that. So with that being said, to tie into your point, I'm bringing the reality I would like to bring. Now I'm going to speak in the affirmative. I am bringing reality to our story, what it is for us to be American and Black. And people think that that's a problem within itself. No, you're this, you're that. No, I was born here. My ancestors were born here. I'm not ashamed of that. And I'm going to tell the stories of people who look like me.
And we all need it. We all need it. I am so happy for you.
Thank you. Bless
You just don't understand. Like, when we talked about you coming on the show, I was like, you don't understand. Like, each of you, each person who has come on the show, when the thought hits me of when to slate you into the show, like, everybody is coming on the show in an order.
Yeah.
It wasn't by my design, but just by the universe. It's like, I can actually say, I need this person on this date, and the universe will wake me up and say, nope, you're going to put this person on this day. Reach out to them and see what they say. When it got to you, we talked about you coming on the show. I was like, okay, when can I have Lynnette on the show? And you gave me a time frame, like, okay, this is when I'm pretty much free. And I was like, okay, universe, I need to get her in here. But I got all these people. Like, girl, I had a whole list. I'm like, I got all these people that I need to slate. Like, literally, I sat and said, I have all these people I need to slate. But girl, for whatever reason, the universe was like, bump that list. You need to add Lynnette on this date. Send it to her and see what she's saying. When you responded, I was like, yes. I didn't get I'm gonna have to circle back, or I don't feel comfortable. No, because everyone who's come on here, you've come in your appointed time, and I'm so glad that you're rounding out Black History Month for me, because you are sitting here demonstrating that Black wealth and royalty still exists. And when I say Black wealth and royalty, I'm meaning from a perspective of, we have to stop adding money to it. I mean, you are wealthy. Let's be clear.
Yes.
Let's be clear. You are financially wealthy. However, wealthy and royal in the aspect of the mind. There's so much in our minds. There was a phrase, I'm so horrible at quoting, but there was a phrase that was said, essentially, you can take everything from me but my mind. Because when, I don't like saying slaves, but when my peoples, the ancestors,
there we go,
they couldn't read, they learned to read. You know, books were covered, like, you can't have a book. So when they got a book, it was, let me read. And they took education as, oh my gosh, I have to learn, I have to learn, I have to learn, I have to learn. Like, it was a key, an integral part of their survival, like the education component. And it's like, now I'm like, I just wish we would get back to seeking out information. But it's been so diluted by media, because when we come together, we are such a movement. And I wish we would understand that. There's enough out here for everybody. Everybody will eat, everybody will drink, everybody will move forward. But if we can come together and do that stuff, I was just talking to Yakima earlier, saying how she was talking about Tashina Arnold and Tashina Campbell.
You got it.
how
Tisha
they
Campbell,
did
excuse me.
Tisha Campbell,
Mhm.
Tisha Campbell, how they did everything together, like support.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, it's a show coming up. We need to
Mhm.
go interview for it. Hey, we need to go do this. I wish we would do that.
Host
I
award
wish
shows together.
they do everything, but it was in coming through the industry. It was, let's go do this. I heard this is coming up. It's like a phone tree. Like, we should get back to that. It's like, ooh, Lynnette, I heard blah 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 is going on. You should go look into this and keep it moving. Like, it's enough for all of us. Let us all come together and support each other. So, friend, keep doing your thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
And go ahead. Let me
no,
let
see
you
what you're about to
finish.
say, boo.
No, I want you to finish, please.
I just want you to continue creating the environments for wealth, mental wealth to thrive. A resource for people to continue creating or being a resource for people to connect with in order to develop themselves.
I'm gonna sit with that for 2 seconds. Thank you. Thank you. Because I felt that in my spirit. But 3 things come to mind, because I know you want to get to Q&A, but I just need to say this. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The good book says it. We were not intended to come on this earth and suffer, live in lack, and steal from each other. There's more than enough to go around. Number 2, I take consultations for anyone who will listen to me. You get 30 minutes of my time for free, and I don't do things for free anymore because I just don't have the time. 30 minutes of my time if you want to learn about copywriting, if you want to learn about marketing strategies. Someone asked me, what book have I read? I have to be honest with you. Everything that I know from experience and from God, but I will impart the knowledge to you, because I am nothing if I do not help my brothers and my sisters, or anyone for that matter. But my brothers and sisters do take precedent, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And number 3, I'm just blessed by what you said. Thank you. Thank you.
Girl, you're a being. Well, everybody has been commenting throughout the whole show.
Oh, thank you. I can't see who they are really, but thank you.
Coach, is it
Aisha?
She was like, it's a big light to some of us. She was talking about your show earlier. Now, Strong Boss Sketches. Strong Boss Sketches said, facts, great insights.
That is the legendary. Wait, we need to stay there for 2 seconds. That is the legendary Monica Morton, Queen. Y'all don't understand. Monica, blessings. Thank you for showing.
Listen, that's the Strong Back Sketches. You know, y'all, the reason why I said that is because Lynnette and I was talking before the show. I was like, girl, I don't know about cussing. I don't know how to do this out. So I'll be sitting, y'all don't understand. My mouth is a potty mouth. But baby, when I get in front of the camera, for whatever reason, I be like, I'm good. I can't say anything bad. But baby, y'all catch me off this camera. Y'all gonna hear everything. And our faithful salad and fryer, Marielle Johnson.
Blessings, Mario. Thank you.
Been on the show. Miranda Wood said amen to a couple of things.
Come on, Miranda.
Listen, I live for Miranda, honey. Me and Miranda used to work together at Bank of America.
Picture. Okay. Such a lovely
We need each other, period.
Oh, in that order.
In that order.
In that order. And we are not each other's competition. We are each other's support and solace.
And I wish people understand that. She also said, seize
Come
the
on,
moment.
Miranda.
Miranda said, we need to connect offline. Sis.
Yes, we do. Miranda, you can reach me at Lynnette, LYNNETTE _RENE_D as in dog, O, B's and boy, Y on Instagram.
And all of Lynnette's information will be on the Salad and Fries website as early as tomorrow.
Yes.
Earlene Rawson, he go say, yes, Lynnette, congrats. Super proud of you, lady. Keep succeeding. Listen, I miss me some Earlene, honey. Earlene's my boo.
Earlene.
I need to get down to Charleston so I can see
all
me
right
some
now.
Earlene. Here go, there go your sister. Hey, Lynnette. Listen, let me tell you. I be living for Katrina. I be living for
Rue.
But baby,
you
gotta say Rue for last. You gotta say Rue for last.
Brilliant mind.
I be living for Katrina, Melissa, baby. Yeah. Rulonda is. I said I gotta bring Yakima up again. I told Yakima earlier. I don't know how Rulonda came up. We was talking about something, and I said,
excellence. And she
That's
came up.
just the queen of
Yeah.
Zeta Phi Beta.
And she's had this mindset. She's been there from when we were in school. Brilliant mind. Yeah, we connect very sporadically through social media, but brilliant mind. Very brilliant mind.
Don't sleep on Rue, because
Oh, Katrina, thank you.
she Yakima was telling me, she was like, yeah, Rue working. I'm like, listen, Rue is it. Rue be on it. Like,
Rue is everything.
We all come to school. Rue is like way over there, like, oh, I'm past y'all. Like, girl,
she was. She just was. She was always just light years ahead and very grounded in that. And yeah, cool.
And everyone knows her. Yes. No matter where you are, you drop that name. It's like, you know her, listen.
Right.
But everybody knows Lynnette too.
Thank you.
So any final words, any parting words you want to leave with the people before you drop all your socials? But any parting words that you want to drop to the new dreamers and believers that have been watching?
Oh, wonderful. Yes, I have two things. One, I'm going to Malcolm, I love you. Thank you for coming. Number one, I'm working on a project, and this is for all my ladies in the audience. It's my hope to usher in and bring back a movement of loving the natural body and aging gracefully for women of color and whomever else this could help. It's called Fit to 40. It's a program that I'm developing right now because by viewing the photos that I have in my case study, I have certain different things that I think can help certain demographic, Lord have mercy, demographic, because as we age, people make us feel like we phase or age out. No, this is the best shape I've ever been in. This is the greatest I've ever felt. I just feel amazing. And so I want to, I'm going to be launching that in the forthcoming months, hopefully. No, weeks, it would be better, but I'm just so slammed. Number two, believe in the power of you, because if you don't believe in it, nobody else will. And why should they? Because you've got to be your biggest advocate, and you've got to be your biggest fan, and you've got to be your biggest spokesperson, and lastly, be authentically who you are, and let the chips fall where they may, because nothing's worse than you trying to be someone else. Everybody else is already taken. They doing what they do. They happy. Let your light shine in peace and infinite blessings.
Oh my gosh, you're so listen. I have to invest in a bell, because when y'all be saying these things, I be wanting to go ding, 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 ding. Girl, I gotta get me a bell. Y'all gonna be tired of my bell. I'm gonna get one this week, because y'all be making some comments, and I'd be like, I need people to get that in their spirit. Like, that bell would drive up, ding. I need y'all to understand. So I am so grateful that you came on. Thank you again. Let the people know where they can connect with you.
Sure. I spelled it earlier for Miranda, but I'm going to spell it again. Instagram is LYNNETTE_RENE_DOB as in boy Y. Then also I have the Instagram for Write Way Consulting. The posting has not been as updated. Please forgive me, but literally I'm so blessed for people to know about my company. I haven't done any marketing. That's nothing but God. And speaks to the ability he gave me, because I don't do nothing. Lynnette don't do everything you see here is him. Once again, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. But anyway, Write Way Consulting, all one word. That's WRITEWAY Consulting, CONSULTING. I was about to say C. And then last but not least, Fit to 40. Now it's a little barren on there right now, but y'all, since the new year came in, I've been like this. But Fit to 40 is FIT, the numeral 2, FORT. Deandra, I'm sorry, that was so professional, but that was my girl. She, beautiful being, beautiful sister. Okay, back to my tags. Fit to 40, so it's FIT, the numeral 2, FORTY _2022, the numerals. And yeah, that's it.
I will have all of your socials, your contacts on the Salad and Fries website by tomorrow. So thank you so much for rounding out Black History Month. Black History Month is going out with a bang. But then again, it's just a month that others celebrate, but we celebrate year round.
Yes, we do. Black excellence has no date.
It has no date.
standards to be placed on it. We simply are excellent because we are.
But it
So
feels
just remember.
amazing to experience it.
Yes,
That's all
yes,
I can say.
yes, it does. We gotta, we gotta forget to remember, forget all the mental brainwashing we have and realize that we're royalty. And I know
Well,
that's all
thank
I
you
have.
so much. I'm gonna send you backstage. We're
I
gonna
know
chat
because I will talk.
afterwards.
Yes,
No, you good. But I'm gonna wrap up. But thank you so much. And I will have when I get on this main stage.
yes.
You will
In a
be
couple
on
months.
the couch on the main stage.
It'll be my honor and my blessing. Thank you.
It'll be my honor to have you on my show. But I will chat with you in a second, love. Hold on for me.
Blessings.
I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Listen, LynetteIsTheBomb.com. I'm just saying, LynetteIsTheBomb.com. I am so happy that she was able to come on the show tonight. I always like to round out the show by telling people that you are loved, you are seen, there is family here for you in the Salad and Fries multiverse, as I like to say. I look forward to seeing you each and every week here on Salad and Fries. March, oh my gosh. Next week's show, I have none other than the cake standard, or I like to say the cake boss. He is like here. There comes to cakes, like there comes to baking, like there comes to decorative cake baking. He is like off the charts. Next week, Monday, which is going to be March 7th, I have none other than Chef Desmond Pringle on my show. We're going to talk all things bacon. Like, if you want to experience something, see next week's show. All of March shows are going to be teased tomorrow, March 1st, with our epic March drop, because March is Women's History Month. We're going to be highlighting some divas in the month of March. Most of the shows, March 21st is really going to be the big diva show. But you all don't want to miss out on any of the shows in March. I hope you've enjoyed Salad and Fries, because I enjoy having you all here every week. Don't forget, there's always a resource for you if you're feeling a little down, if you're having a little issues, or you just need somebody to talk to. There is a resource that's going to pop up after this. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and view Salad and Fries by going to www.salad-and-fries.com. Love you guys. We'll see you next week. And thank you so much for choosing to enjoy Salad and Fries. Uh-oh, what happened? Y'all, the video didn't work. Oh no.